is not gonna have her baby be no divorcee at 18. Not my child. Not Papa Billy. Not him. Cause he don't remember. Her and Spence. Not happening right now. I'll admit it, I was wrong. Me and Liv just found out. Yeah, girl, what you need? Y'all, we're back. Today, oh wait, what's up? It's me, Kaya. If you're new here, what's up? Today we're gonna go over All American Season 3, Episode 12, Fight the Power. Let's get it. So we have Battle of the Mamas, which we know Mama Laura, she wants this marriage and all because they're in high school, you know, and I understand that. She doesn't want this to affect their futures and everything. Who knows if how you feel in high school is how you're going to feel after high school. You have so much time ahead of you to figure all this out and everything. Understandable. But Simone's mama, she surprised me, y'all. Which, by the way, y'all see they sat there and changed Simone's mama too? I said that is not the same mama that was throwing her shade and treating her like animal last season. But anyways, she is not gonna have her baby be no divorcee at 18. Not my child. And then the daddy, he just sitting there because we all know that he gonna do whatever the mom says. Sucker. I knew it. I knew he wasn't gonna do nothing. He's just like. But Mama Laura is not having no parts of it. I'm back to calling her Mama Laura, by the way, because this episode, I felt for her a little bit more. We're gonna get into her a little bit later. But yeah, she is trying to go forward with this annulment, but now Simone's parents are putting up a fight because they're all for this marriage, apparently. That's a shocker to me. But you know why? It's because that baby, it wasn't Jordan's baby, and Jordan was stepping up to the plate, and he was going to take care of Simone and that baby. And they said, any man that's going to sit here and take care of a child that's not even his? And he still wants her even after she gave the baby up for adoption? That could be her husband. He's talking about, oh yeah, no, we can't have that. And she's just worried about the image of their family, you know? Miss, the way her mom is talking to Mama Laura up in her house, she can go. How Mama Laura is getting these calls coming and she keeps blocking them because she has this matter at hand that she has to take care of. And this lady is literally throwing her shade up in her house. Couldn't be me. And I mean, this marriage was fun while it lasted. You know, I was all for it in the moment. You know, they're in Vegas. They want to forge Mama's signature. Get a little I do action going on. Okay. But I'm not against her getting this marriage and all. They're young. They have time to do this. They're about to be going off to college. Who knows how they're going to feel in a year from now. He sat here and got with Simone when she was pregnant. Her baby daddy, he wanted no parts of her or the baby. Her parents, they weren't on her side and she was out on her own. You know, she was going through a lot. I was like, that's like a traumatic experience right there for her. And he was with her through it all. So, you know, feelings change. And right now, they're still in the bliss of all that because it's been, what, like almost a year now that they've been together. I don't know. Once everything, I feel like, dies down and they really start to live in the moment of the day-to-day relationship. They're not even living in the same house, so you're married to someone that you see on occasion and at school and everything, so you're not getting that full marriage experience of living with that person. I don't see it lasting, y'all. Laura might be onto something here. They need to just call it quits now. They can date for now, and then a few years down the line, if these feelings hold up, then they can get married again the right way. Then we got Crenshaw team and they're at practice. Papa Billy is MIA, right? But you know, they're getting ready for the playoffs and everything, and they gotta win this game in order to make it. And we've seen the way they've been playing, but they've been getting better recently, so there's a very good chance that they could make it. But with Billy being MIA, you know, the team is a little iffy about his whereabouts and everything, and nervous in general, as they should be, for this upcoming game to make it to playoffs. But my man Billy, I said, not Papa Billy, not him. Y'all, he went to go see a neurologist. I said, oh, because he don't remember all these things these people keep telling him, and he's just like, and I'm like, he finally getting checked out because something's not adding up. Okay, y'all, Simone's mama, she gotta go. This lady, so reckless with her mouth, and daddy is finally speaking up, which I like that he's hearing the kids out and wants to know what is it that they want to do if they want to be married to each other, which, I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to the parents regardless if they will allow them to continue to go through with the marriage or not. I'm leaning more towards get that thing annulled. They could come back to this later. But anyways, he's giving them a chance to speak up. And they were paused a little bit too long trying to answer that. Even though Mama Laura's phone was ringing still, they still had a long enough time to sit there and be like, yes, we do want to be married. Mama Laura's phone is ringing, and here come this lady with her mouth again talking about clearly whoever it is isn't letting up. Like, you might as well just get that. Relax. So, but that phone was ringing, right? And she picked it up. And they told her to go look at the news. And when she goes in there, she looks. And she sees that that tape has been released. She's like, how the hell did they get the body cam footage? And my girl said, I gave it to them. I said, Liv, that's right, you own up to it, girl. In the moment, I was all for it. But it slowly started to change as the episode went on. But at the time, I was like, yes, Liv, you did the right thing. The look she's giving them, though, like she's ready to throw hands with all 5 of them. I said, Liv, not today. The stylist, though, and how they had Kia's hair. The hairstylist. Kia's hair, Liv's edges, Simone's edges, laid. Now, Kia's with Chris. Oh, okay, y'all, hear me out. Kia and Chris. Don't they look good together? I could see that. So they're talking more about Tamika and meeting up with Spencer at the cafe, who he's in his own world. Y'all see the flashback he was over there having of his first run-in with the cops with the other baker. I said, those flashbacks. And you know, when those flashbacks come, good stuff is always going to follow. And then they bring him to, and they're wondering if he's heard from Olivia, which apparently Livgirl did not pick up his call, but we see why, because she looked like she was going through it in the morning after she done put all that information out there. Which, you know, I can see why. She's not ready to talk to nobody right now. She's got a lot going on in her mind that she's trying to work through, you know? And I get that Liv is very emotional because of the whole situation dealing with Tamika, but then just in general what they've had to deal with over time within their community. So, you know, she's hurt by the events that have taken place and she wants to make a difference. When she says our lives are on the line, and then you look back at the situation she was in, and she got to walk away because they found out she was the DA's daughter, it's not the same because her life isn't on the line, and she didn't have to experience the same thing that Tamika had to experience. But I still can sympathize with the fact that she's still affected by Tamika's death and the situation that Tamika was in. So it's not the same, but she is just hurt by everything that has taken place, and she wants to fight for justice. And I can get with that. I'm a little torn, y'all. Here's why. I like this friendship that I see blossoming between Layla and Simone. However, the idea of Layla with Jordan, I can definitely see that happening. So, you know, this marriage, and maybe it's on the rocks right now, you know? So maybe something's there. But before we get there, so they're chatting it up, and I love this friendship thing that they have going on. And she's just filling her in on what took place with the parents meeting up about the marriage and how the whole tape getting leaked out kind of cut that short. And Layla is questioning about Liv because she's curious and she's a little concerned and she wants to know how she's doing, which I am all for this. You know, she can check in, and I feel like if she's in that place now where she's been doing her little therapy sessions, y'all, she get on the track. So I feel like if she's in that place now where she's ready to genuinely be there for Liv as a friend, I'm all for it. But she basically hasn't called Liv because she don't know if Liv won't take her call, to be honest. But Simone is just telling her that it may not be what she wants, but it could just be what she needs, because she has all these other people in her life who are supposed to be, you know, close to her, and she really has no one right now that she can really express herself to. Her mom and her are on the outs. Her dad and her are now, because, you know, mama, daddy, they come together. And Jordan, he's going through his own situation. Her and Spence, not happening right now. So if she can have this friendship start to build back up and someone who will genuinely be there to help her through what she's going through right now, do it, girl. Don't waste no time. We got Mama Grace, who's at Crenshaw, and y'all, she basically done moved in apparently, but we all know she there to see her boo Shady Carter. No, she not, but it's coming. And she's doing what she does best, giving Spencer a little speech because he needs a little pick-me-up because he's concerned about focusing on this game with everything else that's going on in the community. And she's just telling him, you know, you also need to focus on your future, make sure you solidify that. Get your life, son. But he should also be focusing on the community too, because, you know, they helped him get where he is, and you can't turn your back on them. Y'all see how Mama Grace's pep talks are rubbing off on Lil Dill too? He be giving some of those too. Yeah, I feel, alright. Papa Billy, he gets me upset sometimes, but I feel so bad with him basically going through his situation right now on his own. It seems like he doesn't want to let anyone else in on the situation just because of everyone else's issues that they have going on in their own personal lives. So, like, he doesn't want to be a burden in a way. And I get that, but at the same time, it's like, this is something kind of big here. You're hearing all this stuff from multiple people and nothing's adding up for you. So he needs to let someone in. And then we got Papa Willie, who's showing up now. Y'all, when he called Simone Camone, I lost it. I said, sir, that is not her name. And Billy's just like, he's so tired too, because, you know, he was having little flashbacks of his testing. He's just like, it's Simone. So Papa Willie, he's, you know, he's cranky as usual about Jordan being out of football, his concussions, him being married. I mean, when you list it all like that, Jordan is going through a lot right now, and that's his grandpa. But he a shady old fella anyway, so he shouldn't be too concerned that he talking about he gonna go check on his grandson. You go check on your grandson. He lying. He's gonna go check on Jordan's pockets. Apart from JJ putting in work on the field, I said, he's stepping up now, y'all. This is his way of showing little Nessa what she missed out on. So get it, JJ. But we have Asher, and he's now talking to Simone because, you know, she's worried about Jordan. And he didn't even know that they were married. And she thought he knew. She thought he knew. I could tell. She really thought he knew. And he's hurt. You could see it in his eyes too. Dad, that's supposed to be my friend. My best friend. And he didn't tell me he was married. Asher's been moving up in my books because he's been caring about people. He's been getting himself right. Asher deserves credit, y'all. I knew I didn't like Mo. You know, I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Me and Coop. And no, this chick, so she's basically here because she wants revenge, and she's trying to destroy Coop's future because she took her brother's future. No, Tyrone took his own future. This girl, she doing too much. And they know that Coop is protected by Preach a little bit. Oh, she has to get through Preach to get to Coop. And she has this whole plan in action. Oh, Mo is, she was all for the community in the last episode, putting on this front all this time just because she's trying to get to Coop. And Coop done sat here, and it looks like she don't let her guard down because she listened to all these people around her. And I said, dang, girl, she don't even know what's coming, but it's coming. And when it hits, Coop about to lose everything. Coop definitely seems like the type to, like, once she lets her guard down or says that she's letting her guard down, that's it. It's completely down. You could put your way all the way in there. And sure enough, I feel like she done let it down with Mo because she done let these people persuade her, and the way Mo been acting and things Mo has been doing up until this point. And now Mo, she got an end. Now Mo, she about to be all up in there, y'all. What music for Coop? Coop about to be struggling. So Liv Girl gets a visit from Kia and Spence, and they're basically coming to check in on her because homegirl locked down up in the house because she grinding now. She was talking to Mama Reckless, and they're telling her, well, Spencer's telling her, as he should, that that's your mama, so you need to make things right. And him and Kia are going to take over with everything else going on outside since, you know, homegirl can't get out, and try to organize that while she is in the house trying to work things out with Mama Laura. And she's still hurt, as we can see, in this scene here. So there is a lot that she's gonna have to talk through to make things right. Now Spencer's meeting with Chris and Papa Billy in the office, and they're basically having a disagreement because Spence wants everyone to take a knee at the upcoming game, but Chris, he's looking at it more so as if they do that, they face suspension, they face not making it to the playoffs and everything, and everything that they've worked for up until this point would be for nothing, he feels, and he doesn't want to put not only himself but the team through that. And Spencer saying it's for the community, one of our own was taken, and we should all be coming together for this situation here. Billy, he's trying to be like a little mediator between the two, and it's not really working because they're at odds here. I really agree with Spencer. I can see where he's coming from and why he wants to do this. And then with Chris at the same time, you know, they did work really hard to get to this point in their season. And, you know, it's Crenshaw. It's not like Beverly with all the same opportunities. So it was a lot harder for them. Even Billy giving up his salary in order for them to continue to play this season. So I see why he feels that this is too big of a risk, but at the same time, my guy, I mean, have faith in yourself. Yes, this would be a setback, but look at the cause that you're doing it for. So do it and then make your comeback even greater. Even though it's your senior year, y'all still got it though. So this season, I felt Jordan had grown so much, but him with Simone, when they're talking and she's trying to feel out basically what are your emotions and do you still want to be married to me? Do you want me or don't you? In the words of Fitz. He's not really saying anything. She also just wants to know why he didn't tell JJ or Asher about their marriage, even though those are supposed to be some of his closest friends, and he's just brushing everything off. He doesn't want to talk about it, and kind of find out it's because he's hurt, because he can't play football. And what future? Why do you want to be with me when your future is so clear right now and mine is foggy? He don't know. But don't take that on her because, listen, she's actually putting in effort here and she wants to be with you. And she's trying, my guy. He has to fix the way he's talking to her because he was doing so well leading up to this point. But now because everything is so unclear for him with his future and the possibility of football being a part of his future right now, he's talking all kinds of crazy. Well, he's barely even talking, so let's change that. He's not even trying to talk to her, so he needs to fix that because don't take it out on her when she's actually trying. And this is your wife. You chose to marry her. You chose to propose to her. You chose to be with her. So don't be treating her like that. Y'all, homegirl Liv, she was over here getting read by Mama Laura's chief of staff, and I knew, you know, she was hurt and she did what she did because she felt it was the right thing to do and she felt Mama Laura wasn't doing enough. But come to find out, she's been working behind the scenes this whole time, which, you know, that's on me too because I was like, I didn't think that she was not being loyal, and it never crossed my mind that she was on the opposite side of this, but I just felt that she wasn't doing enough and that she was probably just listening to what was being sent down from the higher ups, and they probably told her don't speak on this, don't do this. But come to find out, you know, I'll admit it, I was wrong. She was actually doing a lot behind the scenes. Me and Liv just found out. Oh, Liv is looking because everything has blown up for her mom and everyone is coming at her now, and it's because of her, y'all. But she thought she was doing the right thing. Jordan once again is sulking and all in his feels talking to Asher because Asher just wants to know, bro, can you catch me up on your life? Because apparently I've missed out on some stuff, and it's just all about him and everything that he's going through, and he's basically just beating up on himself, and he needs to fix that because it's kind of getting annoying. You know, I don't want to compare him to Shady Carter, but the way he's acting right now, he gotta fix that because I can't take this. And then you got Simone in the back and she's just like, Jordan. And then he walks away from her. Why he keep treating this girl like this when she's trying to be there for him as a wife should? Don't it seem like Preach being that same gray sweatshirt every time we see him? So Mo bring him out, right? Because this is her way of putting a wedge between him and Coop. And so they go out to eat, and she trying to talk to him, reminisce about the past, apologize for the wrongs that she did in the relationship. And you know, he feeding into it. And I was like, yo, he better not be falling for what this girl's putting out here. Preach better be catching on. So Layla comes to see Liv, and y'all, I see this friendship. I think they're in a good place now for this friendship to come back. I could definitely feel the sincerity in the way that Layla was talking to Liv in her room, and just her genuinely being there for her and with everything that she's going through. And she also let us know, you know, Mama Laura, she couldn't talk about this stuff because it's literally her job. This isn't something she can discuss. And, you know, people are here, they're going in on her on the internet, and I'm just like, dang, Liv did that. But, you know, now she's starting to see what it really is like for her mom, and that she really wasn't at fault here. And I like that Layla is there to help her right now, because she's saying, I don't think there's anything you can do, but just having someone she can actually talk to and listen, good thing. And Layla, you know, she can relate in a way, because look at her parental situation. It's never been the best. So, you know, she understands the struggle, and she can help. And now Mo is trying to talk to Preach more about life in general and how she saw his life going and what she sees for him. She's just talking nonsense because she's trying to get him to put his guard down so that way she can get him away from Coop. And she gets up and she kisses him, and I see him kissing back. I said, no, do not. You're too smart, Preach. And she was like, I'm right down the block. And he was like, nah, this is a goodbye. Homeboy got a free meal and a free kiss and walked away. No sweat off his back. I went to Spence to talk about Jordan because she know that's his brother. So he gonna go try to help his mans out because his woman is worried about him. And Spence, he's been through something similar to, you know, is football gonna be a part of my future? He didn't know, and he was able to make a comeback, and he knows what Jordan is feeling right now in this present time. So he could help. Mama Laura came looking for Papa Billy, and he wasn't there because he got stuff going on. But guess who finds her? Mama Grace. And what does she do? Spit some words of wisdom. We know she's good at that, and it helped. She said, girl, your baby, you still have your baby. You didn't lose her. This situation did not make you lose her. And I think she felt that. She connected to that. She knows, because look at Mama Grace. She was able to raise 2 kids on her own, and she recognized that too. And she knows you're a strong lady. And I felt so bad for Mama Laura. You know, she's going through a lot right now. I was hard on her before. So right now, I take it back. So Crenshaw's ready for their last game, and before they go out, Spence decides to talk to the team because he wants them all to take a knee. And Chris comes over to the other side, but Spence ends up barking on them because y'all, they was not having it. They all were feeling some kind of way because he was asking them basically to forfeit the game to take a knee, and they didn't want no part to that. So he let them know, listen, this girl Tamika was a part of our community, and she is no longer able to fight for herself, so we have to fight for her and get justice for her. And if this game is that important to you, gotta get your priorities in order, basically. Ultimately left it up to them if they wanted to take a knee or not, because it had to be a unanimous decision between all of them. And poor Spence, because I feel like he's always stressing, y'all. He always has something going on that's like a heavy weight on his shoulder, on his heart. And I'm just like, Dad, you need something to lift all that off of you. And I feel like every time he gets a little bit closer to happiness, something just pulls him back, you know? But that's what makes him stronger. So he gonna be alright. And they all decide to take a knee. Crenshaw and their opposing team. I said, no game tonight. At the same time, we see Liv and Layla back to spending quality time together on the couch, y'all. We're getting back to the good stuff. They're on the right track. And they're watching the game now. Well, what would have been the game, and that they all took a knee, and realizing that they've forfeited the rest of their season. Layla's eye makeup, I said, whoever did that. It is so nice. It is asking her if she's still willing to help her You know, she's here for her friend now, Layla. So, yeah, girl, what you need? So Papa Willie comes to visit Billy again, and we find out that he knew Billy was out here beating people up. And the reason why Billy can't remember is because that same week that he, beat down Shady Carter, he found out about his mama. And it was such a traumatic experience for him, so he was blocking out a lot of things that happened that week. And apparently he'd be filling the blanks with lies because he's trying to tell Papa Willie that he doesn't remember because he went out of his way to erase his mama from their lives as soon as she got sick. And Papa Willie's just like, now I don't remember that part of the story. So somebody lying somewhere. So while Simone's mama is still over here being extra about planning this elaborate wedding, because that Vegas wedding, that can't be the only wedding her daughter gets and the only wedding that everyone else sees. We see Mama Laura and Papa Billy back at the house now. Now he popped up and she's all in her feels a little bit because he's been MIA. And she's talking about her situation a little bit, but he lets her know, I've been missing. I'll have you know. Because I had to get checked out. I've been having blocks. And I'll give her that. She was truly concerned when he did let her know why he has been missing this whole time and that he's been going to the doctor and getting checked out. And she cares that he's going through this situation and that he's having these memory lapses and where is it coming from, even though she has her own situation going on. And then she goes on to tell about her situation and how her career is basically going up in flames right now. So, Dad, they got issues. Y'all saw that proud mama moment when Liv had Layla read what she wrote on her podcast? I said, girl, that's how you own up to it. You apologize for the things that you need to apologize for. You stand up for the things you truly want to stand up for. And you keep it pushing. She apologized to her mama. She let them know, stop giving hate to my mama because she didn't even do it. I took it. I put it out there. And she was working behind the scenes this whole time and I didn't know it, but she's been working with us, for us. She didn't feel bad for putting the tape out there, which I understand, but she did feel bad for the role she played in damaging her mom's career a bit there, which she apologized for. I said, that's growth. There's so many good relationships in this show, and Spencer and Jordan, I love them. Oh, Dad, but I want Jordan to get with Layla. That's alright, right? It'll be fine. But yeah, their relationship here, where he calls him to the field because Simone is worried and he's also worried. He wants to check up on him and see how everything is going and where his mind is at. And he knows that he's experiencing depression right now because he's experienced the same exact thing in a very similar situation as well, with football being on the line for him. So he is reaching out and he's talking to him about facing it head on and learning how to deal with it. And then Jordan asks him to be his coach. I said, yep, I could definitely see that for Spencer. He could do that. He could get you back on that field because he got himself back on that field. I mean, he had help, but he did a lot to get himself out there. So he could definitely help him out. I am all for this because I feel like this is going to make for some great scenes with him and Jordan and their little secret training sessions with no one knowing until somebody find out and then it blows up. But until then, it's about to be great. And he's also telling him, you need to go see my therapist because he's going to help you work through that depression because he's been helping me and he has been helping him. You know, Spencer still be sulking and everything, but he has improved greatly. So I feel like Jordan can definitely get back out on that field. He just needs that push, and I feel like Spencer is going to be that push for him, and he's definitely going to help him get back out there. So we're about to see y'all next week. It's looking like Spence and Liv are about to be some mini celebrities up in here because Liv with her podcast, Spence with what he did at that last game, speaking up and everything. A whole episode, and I'm here for it. And my girl Liv getting the drink put on her from Gabby, I said, she better do something. The way she was staring at Mama Laura and them in this week's episode, and how she was over there talking back to Layla a few weeks back, she better do something with this girl throwing a drink on her. Because that is, yep, this is about to be good. And I like they were also continuing with the Tamika storyline because it feels like they're actually closing it out completely before moving on to something. So that'll be really good to see what happens now following this week's episode with the video and everything getting out, and to see what happens with Mama Laura's job now that Liv has spoken up and let it be known that she actually stole the video off of her mom's computer and she released it on her own. Her mom had nothing to do with it. So I want to see how that plays out as well. And Coop, you know, Coop, she gets me upset, but I really hope that nothing bad comes from her trusting Mo. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think she's about to fall for whatever Mo has planned for her, and she's going to make a comeback somehow, some way, but I definitely see her falling for it, and Mo finding some way, even with Preach not taking bait this week. I feel like she's going to find some way around him to still get to Coop and mess with Coop in a way that's really going to affect her. But to keep her eye out for Mo, I'm not going to be looking out for her. I'm just going to be sitting here watching. But yeah, that was all for this week's episode, you guys. And I will see you all next time. Peace.